Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. On today's video, we're going to be talking about 6 things that you need to get for your pup. But before we get started on this video, don't forget to like and subscribe so that we can make more videos like this for you. Alright, so without any further ado, let's get started. I decided to make this video because I recently had a new Cane Corso puppy. As you can see, and as you guys already know, her name is Peach. And all of these things are pretty much fresh in my mind. So I thought that it would be helpful to make a video like this for anybody who is going to get a Cane Corso or is just doing some research. So the first item that I would recommend for you to get for your pup is Enzyme Cleaner. Now, during this time, your puppy is going to be potty training very heavily. And even though you might always be watching them, they're without a doubt going to have a lot of accidents. So what I found with Dante and now with Peach is that Enzyme Cleaner is really the only thing that gets rid of the odor, especially if, for example, when I had Dante, I would commute a lot for work. By the time I would get back home, there would be some accidents and some of them were already dry. And as you guys may already know, if you have some pups or have had a dog before, that kind of odor is really hard to get rid of from dried urine. And I found that Enzyme Cleaner was really the only thing that would get rid of the smell. I highly recommend Enzyme Cleaner. Next item. I get a lot of messages from you guys asking what to do in regards to your puppy's biting or nipping. And when I say biting, I don't mean as biting as misbehavior, but more as the puppy's trying to get your attention or is just teething at the time. So taking this into consideration, what I've done for Dante and Peach is just have some kind of bone or this other one that's called the water buffalo horn. It really helps them during this time that they're teething, that they're a little bit cranky, or just when they want to get your attention. Again, with Dante, when I started working from home, your puppy constantly wants your attention. And for a lot of you guys that are now in quarantine, you guys might be noticing that as well. Getting some kind of bone really helps with distracting them from you. Obviously, you have to make sure to train your dog in correct misbehavior, but if it's just a matter of, hey, you're busy at that time and you need something, you need to give your dog something to kind of relax or alleviate the itch from teething, this really helps. Peach, as you can see, she's going ham on this water buffalo horn. This is really good for them. It's actually less messy than bones, so I highly recommend this. Here you go, girl. Sit. Sit. Good girl. So I will leave a link in the description for that as well as the bones. So that's the second item that you should look into getting for your pup. Third item. I actually took this tip from Will over at Fenrir Canine Training, and this third item is a Kong. A lot of you guys might already know about this, but it really comes in handy with this breed. Let me tell you why. For those of you who know or don't know, for those of you who have Cane Corsos, you know that these dogs are very attached and very loyal to their owners. Just think about it. They are guarding dogs. If you're not there, what do they have to guard? What is their purpose in life? So when you're not there, it's really hard for them. And the Kong is what I've been using for crate training Peach. Even though we're in quarantine, it's really important to help your dog learn how to be by themselves. And the Kong is something that helps them associate them being in a crate by themselves with an overall good experience. So what I do with the Kong is I'll fill up the Kong with something really delicious, something that Peach doesn't have on a regular basis because it's a very high value treat. I'll put that in the crate with her for some time, you know, for her to be by herself. It distracts her, and it's gotten to the point that every time I take out the Kong, she gets extremely happy and she goes straight to her crate. So that's kind of the goal that you want, or that's what you're looking for when you get this. So this is the reason why I use the Kong. I don't use the Kong for any other moment because it's very high value. I want her to understand that the Kong is the Kong and it's this really amazing and special thing, which has been helping her a lot with her separation anxiety. Obviously, if you guys want to, you guys use it as you see fit, but I'm just explaining how I've been using it and how it's been very helpful with her. Moving on to item number 4. Corsos, they love to exercise. But what I've found is that they're not really good runners. I mean, they don't really like endurance running for long periods of time. They're really good at sprinting. They're really good at like short, high energy types of exercises. What I found that's really great for Dante and for Peach is a tug, just like this. Don't worry, your puppy's small, but if you get one that's big, they're gonna grow into it. So it's fine if you get a massive one. She's already looking at it. Wow, you like the tug, right? How about you, Dante? Oh, Dante's knocked out. A tug is really great. I find that both of them just really like this back and forth of playing with the tug. Of course, you can do other types of exercises, but I just found that the tug is really a fun way to exercise your dog and a really cool way to bond with them, because you know, you're just so up close and personal, you know, pulling and flailing them around everywhere. Well, I can't flail Dante around, but I can flail Peach around. You like the tug. You know? And this works great if you're indoors as well. You can really tire your dog out. You can tire yourself out. It works for everybody. So really just look into getting a tug like this. Again, I'll put the link in the description for one that's similar to this down below. Item number 5 would be to get bitter apple spray. This is what it looks like. I'll put the link in the description. I use bitter apple spray for Dante mostly because as I mentioned before, when I had Dante, I had to commute a lot for work. So I would use this for him when I would leave the house and he'd be by himself, and I would put this on things that I knew that he would like to chew on but he's not supposed to chew on, such as the table leg or the sofa leg or the coffee table. So I would just spray this on any of those items that he particularly liked, and it has a nasty taste for puppies. It's not bad for them. It's made for this kind of thing, and that would pretty much be the cure for him biting onto things that he's not supposed to while I'm not home. Obviously, when you're home, you tell your dog, don't do that, you correct them. But I found that this bitter apple spray works really well for instances in which you're not home. Or even if you are home and you know that they like something in particular. You know how sometimes puppies are like really quiet and then you go check on them and they're doing something that they're not supposed to? You can use that bitter apple spray in those moments as well. So now for the last item on the list. Obviously, you guys will need to get some kind of leash or a collar for your puppy. Will over at Friendrear Training has some really high-end products that you guys should definitely look into. I will leave the link in the description as well. If you guys have female dogs, want some other kind of collar, I will leave other options in the description as well. Peach's collar is really cute. It has flowers on it. So if you guys are interested in that, you can totally check that out. That concludes this video. I hope that you guys found it helpful. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Share any items that you found very helpful for your puppy. And yeah, see you guys next week. Bye.